This First Alert weather update is brought to you by Custom Engineering, Heating and Cooling.
Good Wednesday evening, Mid-Michigan. Chief Meteorologist Chris Easlick with an update on your First Alert weather day for Thursday. Taking a look at our summary graphic here, we do expect this to be a quick-moving system, all things considered. It won't linger for a good chunk of time like some of our winter storms. Most of it is done by 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and by 3, any snow at that point is widely scattered. But this is the time frame we're concerned about, 8 a.m. to around 1 p.m. We could be seeing some heavier snowfall rates during that time of around an inch per hour or even greater than that, and that could cause quick accumulation, and it could add up by the time that event comes to a close, even though it's only here for a short amount of time. So because of this tomorrow, we do have winter weather advisories in place area-wide. These will eventually expire at 1 p.m. on Thursday. Wouldn't shock me if areas a little bit further to the west, Mount Pleasant, Alma, Clare, those regions are done a bit sooner, but still, it shows you that all of this is pretty much through the morning and very early afternoon, and then it's done. Your First Alert pinpoint Doppler radar tonight is dry. We are not expecting any problems for any errands you have to run tonight. The system itself moving through Minnesota and Wisconsin at this hour and eventually arriving in our area tomorrow morning. We see increasing clouds overnight. Some snow is possible as soon as around 5 a.m. or so, but notice there's still plenty of dry areas. Things start picking up as we inch towards 7 and 8 o'clock, and especially as we get closer to 8. Notice the darker shades of blue here. This makes school a pretty tricky proposition for tomorrow because snow is just getting underway for some by that point, but it becomes widespread pretty quickly, and that's when it starts to become its heaviest. Notice it's still going around 9 a.m. while most students are in school. But then it's starting to let up by the lunch hour. 12 o'clock, there's areas to the west that are already starting to be done. And by 1 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's just a few scattered snow showers. Obviously, that will be dependent on how our cleanup efforts are going. And of course, you've got back roads and side streets, those types of things. But I would say parents be prepared for anything for tomorrow. It is another tricky call, which seems to be the theme so far this year. Heaviest snowfall zone around 3 to 6 inches, generally from the north side of Saginaw County and Gratiot County to the north, just to the south of there. Not much difference, just an inch on either side of that range between the 2 to 5 and 3 to 6. The reason we're cutting it down a little bit here, we do expect there to be a slightly lesser chance of 6-inch snowfall totals the farther south you go. In areas like Genesee, Shiawassee, and Lapeer counties, there is a chance that some mix or even outright rain could be involved for a time. And some of the snowfall rates that we expect to be around an inch per hour or so, not quite as likely the farther south you go. It is worth noting that outside of this snowfall range map, there may be a situation tomorrow where we can get these very localized snow bands to develop. So consider this a general overview. There might be some locally higher totals embedded within this map just because of that banding potential. Think of it like summertime downpours in a thunderstorm. Not everybody sees the same rate of rain in those situations. That's kind of what these snowfall bands are. Your 7-day forecast shows temperatures this week are going to fall toward the weekend. We'll be back in the 20s by Saturday. We're back up to the 40s by early next week.
Stay with WNEM TV5 on air, on the go, and online for more news and weather updates.